Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. I'm going to show you how to use Excel to create a grouped frequency distribution table given some data like the data we have here. And then I will also show you how to construct a histogram from the frequency table. Okay, now we begin by computing the maximum value in the dataset. So we shall use the Excel function max. Double click, put the data array, close and enter. So the maximum value is 225. Next, we compute the minimum value and we use the Excel function min. Double click, uh, input the data array, close parenthesis and enter. The minimum value is 85. Next, we compute the range and compute the range by taking the maximum value minus the minimum value. So the range is 140. Next is bin width, and we shall use 5 bins here. So compute bin width by dividing the range by the number of bins, which is 5. The bin width is 28. Now let me write bin width here and upper limits. Then we put the bin width is 28 and let me drag so that I put the bin width for the 5 bins. Then I'll put the minimum value here. Now what we want to do is creating bin upper limits. We want to create bin upper limits, and the bin upper limit should be equally spaced by the bin width. So for the first bin, uh, create the bin upper limit by adding the minimum value plus the bin width. So the upper limit for the first bin is 113. The lower limit for the second bin equals to the upper limit for the first bin. Then upper limit for the second bin, take 113 plus the bin width. And it continues like that. This now equals to 141, and the upper limit for the third bin equals to 141 plus 28. Next, this equals to 169, and the upper limit equals to 169 plus 28. And lower limit for the last bin is 197, and upper limit for the last bin is 197 plus 28. Right, we now have the upper bin limits. Let me transfer them down here. Bin upper limits, and then we shall have the frequencies for the limits here. So let me just transfer the bin upper limits here. We have 113, the next one is 141, 169, 197, and 225. And then we want to find their frequencies using the Excel function frequency. And we shall enter the formula as a legacy array by first selecting the entire output range. And then we enter the formula here. So we use the frequency function, double click. Then we input the data array. So input the data array, like that, put comma, and input the bin upper limits, these ones here. Then close parentheses and click Control, Shift, and Enter. You can see the frequencies have been put here automatically. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to use uh, this frequency table to construct a histogram using the data analysis command. So click data analysis, then scroll downwards to histogram. Click OK. Allow me to delete these ones here. So in the cell for bin range, you will input the bin upper limits. Input the bin upper limits. And then in the input range, you input the data array. So input the data array like that. And then in the output range, I want to display the histogram here. So I select the cell D11. Okay, check chart output and click OK. And the chart has been generated here. Okay, you can see, let me just make this table nice. You can see there's this bin here with the name more and frequency 0. This one we can delete. It has been generated by the data analysis command. This one we can just delete. Okay, we have the histogram here. Let me just make it nice. And we can do some adjustments to it. We know that in a histogram there are no spaces between the bars. So let's just do some small adjustment to it. Click plus here. Select more options. Okay. Then click the bars. Click the bars like that, and then reduce the gap width to 0 like that, and then click here, and the border, we want the color to be black. Yeah, we can cancel that. So you can see our histogram looks nice now, and you can see that our histogram here shows that the data have a normal distribution. You can see the graph resembles a normal distribution graph, and so the data are approximately normally distributed. Okay, that's the end of our session today. Let's meet next time. Bye.